You want to go down in the vault, do you? No?
Let's see the vault, yeah. Let's
okay.
do the vault. So there's some brands, some well-known brands here.
Yes, absolutely. Boots had a real run for its money at Monotype. These are all the special logos that we do. The Type Archive is as important as a history of documentation as it is about the history of type. What you have to understand and imagine, which is difficult to do, is that everybody had to come to Monotype if they had a logo that they wanted to use on their annual reports or on their title pages. Whether you were Wilkinson Sword with all their swords, or you were HMSO doing maps. In order to make a map, you had to actually set it in type and then do a repro pull and stick it down. And all the elements of hotels and trains and aeroplanes, we've all got copper letter patterns here. Whether it's chess, anything you care to think of had to come to Monotype. And it's not something that normally occurs to anybody, is it? Because today everything is just there for the asking. So it's very exciting actually to go back in history and find out just how hard people had to work to do very simple things and loved doing it. Every time Monotype was asked, as they always were, to do some special letter or font or image, a record was kept here. Here's capital letter U, for example.
Wow. So this is all just U's?
Yeah, just U's. If you think about it, companies depended on Monotype rather like we all now depend on electronics to do things for us. They were a force of nature. And I don't think they ever realised how important they were or how fundamentally they affected the human race. I think they were just like any normal business, making a profit and taking on staff. This is one of 8 boxes of accents that Monotype hold in order to be able to service all 300 languages that we offer to the rest of the world. So that's 9 boxes altogether just in one type size of chimes.
Does anyone else have such a thing?
Nobody has any of this. This is unique in all the world.
So this is all the series numbers?
Yes.
From Monotype?
And the large composition are over here. Sorry. Here's 12-point Bembo. Now, if you think you're modern in what you do at D&AD, Bembo is 1495. This was the very first Roman typeface. Albertus is one of the 2 most famous display faces of the 20th century, used on absolutely everything.
So you don't have to walk far down this road to see Albertus, do you?
No, the whole of Lambeth is set in Albertus, which was designed by the Type Archive, and the whole of the City of London is set in Albertus as well.
Why is that? Why do they use that?
Why? Because it's a marvellous typeface. You can see a street name from miles away in Albertus. And as you know, street names on the whole aren't done by professional people. Somebody in the office designs them. Come this way. This is what I think is one of the most exciting things here.
So what's this, Sue?
These are trays of Stevenson Blake matrices. Just look at them. Stevenson Blake was a type founding company that began in 1819, and it bought up the matrices and punches of William Caslon IV. William Caslon I being the most important type designer and type foundry in this country. If you wanted to become a type founder, it could take you 5 or 6 years before you'd actually cut enough fonts to be able to supply type. And in the case of Caslon, it took him 14 years. Did you know that, James?
I did not know that.
14 years. Just look at them.
Do you have a favourite sort of artifact?
Well, I have a favourite typeface, which is Monotype Dante, designed by Giovanni Mardersteig. And I think I probably would never have started the Type Museum and persuaded my fellow trustees to do it if we hadn't been able to buy second-hand Monotype Dante at the time. It's used by Penguin Books for all its English classics. It's taken off with Penguins, but it's regarded as very rarefied by a lot of people.
Why is it your favourite?
It has the most perfect marriage of Roman and italic, I think, in the whole of typesetting, which is something wonderful.